Hello everyone! I'm Buford MC, and welcome back to another adventure in GregTech New Horizons. So before we get started today, I want to mention that the new update for GTNH is going to be coming out very soon, the 2.8 update. Now, as of the time that this video will be releasing, it will already have been out for, I think, a couple of days probably, but as of me making this, when I'm making this video at least, it is, I think, just about to come out, or it may have actually just come out. Either way, we're not on the update just yet, but the current plan is I will be updating for the next episode. So next episode, we should be on 2.8, so we'll be in the latest version in the next episode. So I just wanted to mention that now, in case anyone was wondering about that. Now, for today, we're going to start by doing some exciting stuff. So let me show you what I've been up to. So we're going to take a bit of a look at these two crafting stations in front of me today to start off with, because I have been a bit busy. So let's take a look at these. So in this crafting station, we are prepared to make 1 stack of electric motors, and there we go. In fact, I had a couple extra in there, so that's perfect. So there we go, 1 stack of electric motors, and in this crafting station, I have also been very busy. We have 32 electronic circuits ready to be crafted up. And there we go, so 32 electronic circuits. So I've been busy kind of getting some stuff together in our machines over here, and I think we're still processing some stuff. Let's see, I've got some, yep. I'm making some rods in the lathe. I will say the lathe is quite slow. Yeah, it's really slow, but the other machines aren't too bad. This one takes about 14 seconds, but lathe is quite slow compared to everything else. But we're getting a ton of stuff. I've got some stuff already in here I've been working on. But yeah, I've been working away and getting some stuff. So we now have quite a few of the... Where did they go? Oh, they're over here. Electronic motors. Let me put them there. That's better. So we've got a lot of electronic motors right there, and I haven't made any more of these components, but once you've got some of these, you should be able to make quite a few things. In fact, let me go put a few in here for now. So yeah, I've been busy doing that, and we should be just about ready to start making some more machines. We've got our circuits. I've also made some more LV machine hulls, so I've been stocking up on some stuff. Again, I can get a couple of these. These aren't too hard to make. In fact, we might be able to make a couple of those right now. Yeah, we might be. Well, we'll see. But anyway, so yeah, we've been busy on that, and today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be making some new LV machines that we can use to further improve production of various things, and even, I think, make some new stuff as well today. Now, before we do that, I also want to mention something else. So, what we've already got in this room, and what I'm planning to do with this room, is we're going to be setting up LV machines that we're going to be using, I think, for kind of general purpose stuff. So, you know, like our wire mill to make wires, our bending machine to make plates, we've got lathes to make rods, this is going to make the magnetic rods, we're going to have some other stuff in here that will make us some other important things. Some of those we'll be making today, others will be coming in the future, and what we're going to be doing as well, though, is we're also going to need to have machines which we can use to automate certain products. Now, the plan I have for that currently is that we're going to be doing that in our basement area, or at least what I call the basement down here, and we have been doing that some, because we have our coke ovens over here, which is making us our charcoal blocks, and we also get the creosote oil, which, by the way, this thing is getting quite full now. It's almost maximum capacity. So I'm really not quite sure what to do with all of this yet. I know you could use it as fuel, but it'll go away really quick. I don't think it's that good of a fuel source. But there will be other uses for it coming up, I'm sure. But I'm not sure what to do when this thing gets full. So we'll have to figure that out. We've also got kind of some, well, a little bit of processing of some ores and stuff over here as well. So a couple of things down here, but it's not, you know, terribly big. So I've been thinking we need an expansion down here coming up, and we're going to be doing that soon. So I was thinking how I could do that. Well, I want to make a much larger basement is what I want to do, and I want to have a basement that might even span across the entire base. So basically underneath all of the base we have around us, I want to have kind of a basement. So I've been thinking about how to do this, and then I realized if we come down here, we already have, apparently, a pretty expansive cave system that spans, basically, the entire underside of our base. Now, obviously, it doesn't cover the whole base, probably. I have to dig some stuff out, but it helps a lot, I would say. It already covers a pretty decent area. And if I come up here, this is the coal mine I have. I still have to mine out some coal, but I want you to notice where we actually are on the map. we are right in the center of the base. In fact, I've actually dug all of this out down here, and this is directly under us. This is the center chunk. I believe if we keep going up, we'll eventually hit the steam tank, where we have our main steam supply in. So this is going to be quite good, and we've got various other tunnels on here. But anyways, though, we're at, I think here, let's see, Y51. And then down here we go even deeper. But the point of all this is that I've already got some area down here that I can dig out and probably turn into a basement. You know, I have to dig a lot of stuff out still, but I wouldn't have to dig as much out since we already have so much open space down here. So that's something I'm going to be getting on in the future. This is not something that's going to be done overnight. It's not something that's going to be done over the course of a few days, probably. It's something that will probably gradually be built up, but we'll get there at some point. All right, so let's go to sleep as well, because nighttime has arrived. So, let's get on with what we're going to do today. So, we're going to carry on making some more LV machines. Say, how did you get up there? I guess he got up here from here. I guess that's how he did. Alright, interesting. He's always ending up in interesting places. I think, actually, once I saw him all the way up here, I think what happened was he came up here. I think he was able to jump up like this and then up here, and he got all the way up here. I was like, how on earth did you get up there? But I can get up by the little tiny blocks. Because this, you can just barely get up because the chest is not a full block, I'm guessing. So I guess that's how that happened. But anyways, he's always getting to strange locations. Anyways, though, so we're going to get on with making some machines now that we've got all the parts that we need. Well, we might have to make a couple of these, but that shouldn't be too hard to do. So, we're going to be making some machines today, and the first one we're going to be making, well, there's a couple we're going to make, and the one I want to make really important today is actually over here. This is the cutting machine, but we do have to complete some quests to get to that point. And the quest we need to start with is making something called cobalt brass dust. So this is going to be something we have to combine some brass dust, some aluminum dust, and a little bit of cobalt dust, which we may or may not have, actually. I'll have to actually go check on that. I think we do, actually. We might have a little bit of cobalt ingots even we could macerate down, but that might be something I have to check up on quickly. But either way, though, we should have enough to be able to get what we need done here. I think we'll be okay there. However, I want to also point out that we're going to make a machine before we do this, actually, because this is a crafting recipe, but there is also a mixer recipe, which gives us 9 for the same price. This gives us 8 for crafting. Mixer gives us 9, and we can go ahead and make the basic mixer, which is going to help us to make a couple of things. So that's the first machine that I want us to make today. So let's go ahead and bookmark you. Let's see if we can get that made up. We're missing a tin rotor, which is no problem. I should have one in there. And there we go. Basic mixer. Alright, so that should be something we can go ahead and install now. We're going to put you there. And we'll pop you down there for now. I'll sort these out at some point. But for now, I'm just going to keep putting them down the line. And we do need to get some pipes. I have upgraded now to the large tin item pipes because I realized that when I'm running all these machines at once, that things start to get a little bit clogged up. So this is just to make things a little bit faster. Alright, and let's see, you are set to go out. Perfect. Alright, so what we're going to need to do, actually, I need to go check on that cobalt. And what else do we need, actually? We're making the cobalt brass dust. Brass dust also. I don't even know if we have that. Let's go take a look. See if I have any ingots. Oh, I actually do. I have 8 brass ingots. I think this is something you have to make, though. Alloy smelter. You use zinc and tetrahedrite. Or copper. Zinc and copper apparently makes that. Do we have any zinc? I guess we have some here. Alright, well, we have enough right now, and actually, I'm not sure how much of this stuff we need. Well, okay, let's check this out. The aluminium's not an issue, because we have plenty of that dust available to us right now. Let's see. Let's grab a couple bits. The cobalt's the bigger question. I don't have any cobalt dust, but I have 2 cobalt ingots. Okay, well, that might be enough. I've got 1. We only need 1 to get 9, and the quest wants 8. So I think we'll be okay on that for now. I'll just make the bare minimum for now. So we'll just go ahead and grab the brass we have in here, because we can make more, I think. Not sure where we would get the... Let's see, what was it again? Oh, we can do it in here as well. The zinc. So this is actually 4 as well, so it's the same if we do that in the mixer as well as the alloy smelter. It looks like you just have to use the dusts in the mixer. But we need zinc and copper. Where do I get zinc from? Guessing it's from an ore. I don't think I've seen a zinc ore. Oh, that's the zinc dust. I need the zinc ingot. Is there like an ore it comes from? Oh, sphalerite ore. We do have that, actually. Okay, well, that's something I'll look into. But for now, we should have everything we need in order to make it. I actually only need 1 of you, so let me put the other 3 back. Quest only wants us to have 8. And I will also mention now, the only reason we're doing this is for the quest, because the thing it actually wants us to make, I actually already had. But let's go ahead and macerate these down. I believe that should give us the dust we need. And then I have to run all the way down here to actually pick them up. And it might take a bit. I could have stayed... Well, there they are. They're in there somewhere. There we go. I didn't even need to go down here, to be honest. Well, that's alright. It's because the conveyor module. It's 20 seconds, I think. Anyways, after all of that, we should be able to come over to our mixer, and we should be able to make this now. And it is... Ooh, this one needs circuit 1. We should get 9. Alright, there we go. It's off and running. 45 seconds it will take for that to be done. So we'll go ahead and get on that. Let's see what else we can get on. Ooh, I've got some stuff in here. So we've got more rubber bars. I've been working on that. Trying to keep up on our stuff. We're still doing okay on our supplies. I've got plenty of iron. I've got plenty more down there. Copper, we've still got over 20 stacks. Tin, doing quite fine. Bronze. Steel is starting to take a hit. 488, although we may have some in here still. Let's take a quick peek at that. Alright, we got a little bit of steel in here. We've run out of the coal coke. So we're back to charcoal blocks in there again. Right, put that back in there. That'll get us over 500 again. That's good. But I've already built up so much stuff. We've got, quite a few LB machines. All that uses a lot of steel, and I've got some steel plates in here as well. I also wanted to mention I've been making a lot of steel rods in the lathe as well, and you get these small piles of steel dust back. Now, you can't smelt this in a furnace to get the steel back, but what I can do, apparently, is I can melt it down in the smeltery to get molten steel, and then that molten steel can be cast out in the, let's see, ingot cast to get steel ingots out. So I can get steel back from this, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Ooh, there's our cobalt blast dust, and that completes the quest. Alright, and I guess we actually have to smelt that still, don't we? To get the ingots. Let's do that quickly. We have the actual steam, whatever it's called, the oven or something. Should smelt it all at once. Anything in here? Ooh, more irons in here. And yeah, this is my backup supply of ingots. The tin and copper ones are empty now because I'm going through those like crazy. But iron, we're doing okay. Alright, so this should be the cobalt blast ingots. And I'll just grab those. Let's grab the final one. There we go. 9 of those. And I guess we'll just store those in our drawers. If it wants us to make them, we'll probably need more than this. But at least for the purpose I think of today, I don't think we actually need to be too worried about that. Because the next quest is to make a diamond saw blade. Now, to make the diamond saw blade, we're going to need a cobalt blast gear. And that is where all of the cobalt blast we just made up is going to come from. However, we also need some small diamond dust. Well, we're not going to do this. The reason is this is a retrieval task, and I don't know where, but I already have one of these. I have no idea actually where it came from, but maybe it came from a loot bag or something. I honestly don't remember, but we already have this, so we don't have to make it yet. So, we have the diamond saw blade, and the reason we need that is going to allow us to finally get to making the basic cutting machine. So, that's what we're going to make next, and what do we need for that? We need 2 more tin cables. I haven't stored any in there, have I? I need to get on with that. I'll just take 10 for now and put these in here. Alright, so let's go ahead then and make ourselves the cutting machine. And we'll go ahead and do that. There we go. Basic cutting machine. Lovely. Alright, well, let's go ahead and put that on in here for now. And again, we'll connect the pipe over here. Put that in like that and make sure you are facing there. And you're set to auto output. Now, with the cutting machine, I think we're going to unlock some interesting stuff here. So, the biggest one is that we are going to get this, yes, diamond chest. We can now make diamond chests, which is going to allow us to start upgrading our chests from gold to diamond. And I really want to upgrade this chest here so I have more space. So that's something I want to do. Now, to do that, though, we need to get some stuff. We need diamond plates for this, which needs us to actually cut diamond blocks. So actually, what we're going to need first is we're going to need diamond blocks. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some. We'll go ahead and make, let's see, 4 for now will be alright. I've got plenty of diamonds. And we've got the multi-block compressor, so that won't take long for them to compress. Let's go ahead and put these in. I don't think we're going to... Oh, let's not put them in there, because that's just going to go one by one. That'll be much better. Alright, that'll come in a moment. And what we're going to use this for is we're going to need to put these in the cutting machine. Now, I think to actually get this, we are going to need water in here. And this is also apparently going to take a very long time. So that might take quite a while, actually. But we've got some other stuff to get on with in the meantime once that's ready. These are my diamond blocks. And we also need to get some water. Let's see if we can pick up a bit more, in fact. How much actually does this thing hold? So I can pick some up from the sink. Well, it holds 16 buckets. Okay, well, that's alright. We can do that. Should have... Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I hear a spider around us. Is there someone out there? Alright, let's go to bed quickly. Because it sounds like someone was in the water out there. Might be one of those invisible spiders because they can go through walls. Anyways, we have to be on our guard if he comes up here. Oh, where's my buckets at? I had them somewhere. There they are. Alright, well, let's go pick up the water, and that way we can get the diamond block. I think we only need one to actually upgrade our chest, but we'll go ahead and fill up some of these. Because we are going to need water for that. Alright, there we go. Now let's go run back over to the cutting machine and fill that in. Let's see, cutting machine, put you in there, and then that will go ahead and it should start working at quite a while. Oh, that's 30 EU. Good thing I put that right under a turbine. That should work. I have been keeping up as well on the stuff up here. The steam tank seems to be doing okay. Let me quickly put the rest of these in so that these are all filled up. Alright, couple more to go. Alright, there we go. So that is all of that, and I'll put the extra buckets back. Let's see. Put these in here. Alright, so the only thing I'm worried about that, it does take a long time to actually cut these. I might even take these out for the moment, because it's already got one of them going. I keep those in there to remind me to cut those as well later on. But we should be okay on Steam, I think. Yeah, this thing's full. Well, close to full. It's just under full, technically. But the boilers should be doing okay up here. Yep, they're at max capacity. I still need to get around to adding more of these. We actually have the silver to do it. I just haven't done that yet. But we will be going to the Twilight Forest soon, so that we'll be able to get some more silver. So anyways, while that's being worked on, we'll go ahead and actually make another machine, because there is something else I want to do today. So the other machine I wanted to do, and actually, what else did we unlock here? Vacuum hoppers. Ooh, we can make a chunk loader now. That'll be interesting. We can make... what's this one here? Oh, a trading post. Ah, that's going to be interesting right there. And we can make a diamond tank as well, which is probably similar to the diamond chest. Alright, well, the other machine I wanted to make as well was... let's see which one. It was this one here. The basic extruder. Now, the LV version of the extruder is apparently not really the best. It can't do things another extruder can. So the MV extruder can extrude a whole bunch of other stuff. I think we can get things like pipes directly from ingots with that one. This one we can't really do that, but what we can do is get a very important component from this. And that component is the tin rotor. So this is quite a painful thing to make because you need tin plates, tin screws, tin rings, and you do use it for a couple of things. Most notably are the electric pumps. You need one, and we also need it to make more turbines. So I want to try and get this extruder going because apparently you can make this in the LV extruder. So this is actually quite good. We just put 5 tin ingots in and we get 1 extruder, which is quite good. Not extruder, we get 1 tin rotor. So we're going to make that, and it didn't look too complicated. I think we did need something, though. We need copper wires and bronze fluid pipe. Well, I've got one of those there. And, in fact, actually, I've got the copper wires in here, too. We'll use those. And that should be enough. Lovely. Another machine has been made. So, basic extruder, and we'll go ahead then and add you over here. How long? Oh, you're doing quite good, actually. I have to check on that power again, just in case, but I think we'll be okay there. And we'll put the large tin item pipe right there. Connect you up. Connect you up. And we'll set there. Alright, so in order to actually make more of these tin rotors, though, we need to get something else still, I believe, which is the... Let's see if I can find it. Extruder shape. So we need to make something called an extruder shape. Ooh, and to do that, we're going to need something. Casting form. Blank cast. Oh, actually, I think I have some of those around. So what else do we need? We need the extruder shape. That is 4 steel. So let me actually throw that quickly inside of the smeltery. And in fact, I'll use the steel dust since that's not an ingot. I can just throw that in. We can melt that as well. That should be a little bit better. Oh, we actually already have some. Oh, not much, though. Let's put the 4 in for now, and we should, I think, have some of these. Yes, we do. 1 blank cast there. And then we need to make it into this, which is a file and a wire cutter. Alright, well, let's take a look at that. Which one was it again? File and wire cutter. I guess I could have just clicked on it from there, but that's alright. File and wire cutter. There we go. Casting form rotor shape. We'll put that there, and then we'll go one back down here to the smeltery, and we'll go ahead and put this in. You're just about done. Any second now. Perfect. There we go, and that should allow us to make it. Alright, there we go. And just about done. Perfect. Extruder shape rotor. So, now that we've got that, we should be able to start making some very important stuff. How much power does this use, though? Because what I don't want to have happen is, I don't want us to run out of power and this thing to stop, because this is going to take some work. Is anyone else running right now? You are... I'm going to stop you for now. Let's stop you for now. I've got enough rods at the moment. Anyone else running? Doesn't look like it. Because, yeah, this does take a lot of power. Right now, I have 2 amps of LV coming in, and that's taking up a whole first amp. So, we're going to be careful on this. But how much does it cost to make this? Yeah, 24. So, that would have overloaded our system if I did that. So, this should be just... Now, we should have enough power to handle this. So, let's see. I'm going to grab some tin. And we're going to put this in, see if we can get this to work. Put the extruder shape in. Tin ingots in. And off it goes. As long as nothing else is running, we should be perfectly fine. And we have our tin rotors. Perfect. So yeah, this is quite a nice one right here. 5.9 seconds, and we get tin rotors just like that. And we need them for the important stuff. So it's quite good that we got that done because, again, these are quite important stuff. So, very good. Quite happy, and it's pretty fast. I'm quite pleased with that. Alright, so, still got some time left on that, so let's see what else we can get on with. We are going to make the assembler soon. We could make that right now, to be completely honest, but I'm going to save that a little bit later, I think. There was a few other machines as well. Let's see. I was thinking about... Let's see if I can find it. There's so many quests. There's so many quests we've got right now. I mean, you can get lost looking for certain things here. I mean, we've got other stuff. Sifting machine, I think that's some interesting stuff. We can make a rock break. I think that will make us cobblestone. That's an interesting one. This is a forming press. I'm not sure what that one does. This is the forge hammer, so that's the upgrade over the steam forge hammer. Got a compressor. We've already got a multi-block version of that. Autoclave, interesting. Ore washing. This is a fermenter. Extractor, so this is an upgrade to an LV extractor. We've already got a steam one. Ah, here it is. Basic alloy smelter. So we've already got a steam alloy smelter, but I think I want to upgrade to the LV one. I've been using this for some stuff, but I think it's just a good time to go ahead and upgrade to a LV one. I think we've got the resources to make it. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, this is very cheap actually. Doesn't even use any motors or other components, just some circuits. So we do need to get some copper wires. In fact, I'll just take the rest of those. That's fine. And that should be our alloy smelter. So there is another machine knocked out. So that's what is our fourth machine today, I think. Put that one in there, and we'll go ahead then and extend this pipe over. So we're starting to already fill up, almost already filled up all of our slots we've got here for now. And let's see, you are good to go. And you are still got some time. Alright, well, go ahead actually then, I guess. We've done so much stuff. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else actually that might be good to do. Yeah, some of these we have to get ores. Yeah, there's other machines here. Basic chemical bath. The brewery. This is once we get into oil. Basic distillery. Pump. I mean, look at all these machines. There's so many of them we have to make. Basic centrifuge. We can do that one. Or we can check the box. Yeah, because that one has a multi-block. In fact, actually, yeah. So the centrifuge, let me see. So there are multi-blocks. And in fact, it just reminded me. I know we made the mixer, but there is a multi-block for that too. The reason I haven't made that yet is because, let's see, is it this one? Yes, because it's really large, actually. It's actually not that cheap. So this is the steam blended. This is the multi-block mixer, I believe. You need 100 bronze-plated bricks, which, well, you could also do the steel one, which is even more crazy expensive. It's a lot of work to get to that, but I just don't think it's worth it at the moment. We'll probably make it at some point, but for now it's a little bit too expensive. But it's the same story for the other stuff. We've got a, this is the centrifuge one. Let's see, not that. Steam separator. This is the centrifuge. That one's not as big. There's 65 of these. But it's still a bit of work to get to this. A lot of stuff in these. And then there's also still the... Let's see, the steam purifier. That's the ore washing plant. That one looks kind of cool, actually. I kind of like the way that one looks. But that's one right there. 59 of them. And again, keep in mind, that's a lot of bronze right there. Although we can get bronze a lot cheaper now, so that's good to know. And then there's also the forge hammer, which is the steam presser. That's a cool one as well. But yeah, we've already made the grinder and the squasher. We still got to make those other four, but we'll probably do that at some point in the LV age. We'll get on with that. Let's go to sleep as well. Nighttime has hit us once again. So, anything else actually that we can do? Just take a look and just take a little bit of a look around. So there's so much stuff still to do. Yeah, we got, I mean, chemical reactor. We can make that. We'll have to make that. Fluid extractor. There's a lot of stuff to do. Oh, yep, here's one as well. Electrolyzer. This is the electric furnace, which is, you know, we don't really need it, but it is a quest. We'll make it at some point. And yeah, just a lot of stuff to do. Basic transport pipes. Interesting. Steel foil. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in the quests. And yeah, there's the other tabs as well we have to take a look at. We've unlocked some other stuff, I believe, in these. Yeah, just a lot to do. And that's almost done. Alright, well, let's actually just take a look at our quest rewards for what we've already completed today, then. Don't think we're going to make another machine. At least today. Oh, nope, that's not the right chest. You go in there. Perfect. And let's just see what we get. We actually complete quite a few quests. The mixer, we're going to get a loot bag. And some coins. We've got the alloy smelter, which gives us some bowl of rice, which... Oh, we haven't eaten that one yet, actually. Ah, interesting. Okay. Am I hungry? I am. Well, that's a new food. Alright, lovely. I won't complain about that. That's actually quite good. I hadn't found... I think you needed the, yeah, wild rice. I never found any of this stuff, so I couldn't make it before. Until now, I just got it, so that's quite good. Well, I'm glad we got that. Alright, what else have we finished? We got the extruder. There's another loot bag. That is cobalt brass dust, which gives us a cheeseburger and a bunch of coins for that one. This is the saw blade, which gives us a chocolate milkshake. And this is another loot bag for the cutting machine. I think that was all the quests there. Alright. Alright, perfect. Now, I also will point out as well, I'm not sure if they're going to be adding new quests or not in the 2.8 update, but we may have to go back to some of the previous tiers in the next episode when we actually do update and clear out some of those quests, because I want to keep my green check marks. I'm a big fan of having all the stuff completed in the previous tiers, so you might have to go back and do that next time as well. So that's something we'll have to do, and... oh, it's done. Perfect. There we go. There's our 9 diamond plates. So we can finally go ahead and upgrade that chest. I'm really excited to do that. So we're going to do this one. We're going to make a diamond chest first. Oh, we have to make these. Ooh, I didn't see this. That's a diamond. Okay. Well, we can do that. I didn't notice that part. How many of these do we need? 2 diamond screws. Okay, well, we can get them the normal way, it looks like. We just need 2 of those, and that's going to take a while as well, isn't it? Well, we'll see. Alright, let's go ahead then, and we need to put these into the lathe. Okay, I didn't even realize that was something we need to do. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Hopefully we can get that going here in the meantime then, and then we'll be able to go ahead and get this diamond chest, because I really wanted to get this upgrade to our diamond chest finished. Yeah, you need the 2 diamond screws. Can't get it, apparently, from... oh, that's an HV loot bag. Anyways, let me put these coins away, and let's see if there's anything else we can do. Put those away. We will put those away, and these are going to go there. I'll put the food away as well. Let's see here. These go... well, these just... I don't even care. I've already eaten them. I just put them anywhere, honestly, if I've already eaten them at this point. We've got enough space. All these over here are empty. These over here are mostly full. But, oh, the bowls also, I believe, go in the fridge. Perfect. And let me grab this thing back out. Alright. Well, let's go ahead, actually, then. We might as well make the assembling machine, then, since we still need to get those screws made up. So, I don't think it's going to be too hard. So, let's actually go ahead and do that, then. We'll go ahead and make the assembling machine and actually get this thing going. This will be quite good, then. I think we need to still make a few things, though. So, let's see what we actually need first. Yep, we need a conveyor module and a robot arm still. And there is a conveyor module. I think the robot arm is going to need at least 1 piston, and it will need me to grab a circuit from here. And that's a robot arm. And that, if I've done everything right, should be a basic assembling machine. And that gives us some fireworks. Avengers assembled. Alright, well, we got that made up. I think it's going to be for the better if I put this one directly underneath a thing. So I might actually take you out, because I think you're right under a turbine. So we'll put the assembling machine here. And we'll move the mixer over to here then. Alright, perfect. We've got that. Put that in. I need to grab that pipe. And you're still working away on that. That's alright. Well, I'm glad we got the assembling machine down. That was something we needed to do anyways. I need a large tin item pipe. Because this is going to actually unlock us quite a few things now. Alright, so that quest has now been knocked out. There's another loot bag for us right there. And that's unlocked a couple of other quests. And some of these actually are things I need. Golden Lasso, we already got that one. That was from a quest reward, which I already got, so that actually should count that quest already. Yep, there we go. Which gonna give us another loot bag. Alright, we're gonna have a lot of loot bags to open up today. And there's quite a few other things actually that I wanted to make. Chandelier we can make. So that needs some stuff. Flawed diamond, molten tin. Oh, this is something I really wanted. The Nature's Compass. Oh, yeah, this is definitely something I want to make at some point. We need some refined glue, though. I don't think we have any of that right now. But the reason I want that is because I wanted to go out and find some of the missing food that we were missing, and the only way I can think of actually being able to find the missing trees that we're still missing is I need to find specific biomes that they are going to grow in. And I haven't found many of them, so I'm hoping with the Nature's Compass it'll lead me in the right direction for once. So that's actually going to be quite good if I can get that. So that's something we'll have to take a look at some point. And what else did we get? Overflow valve. Ooh. Well, that gives you 4 low voltage fluid tanks, but looks like this is something we can overflow stuff we have too much of, so that might be worth it too. Might even be able to use it to, yeah, avoid some of the excess creosote oil if that thing gets full. That might be an idea as well. Okay, so there's quite a few important things we've unlocked in this. Basic item holder. Ah, that's going to be useful, I think, for storing molds or extruders. So that'll be like for the alloy smelter. We can store that in there. So that actually be quite good as well. How do you make that? Yeah, all of these need some sort of a fluid. We don't have a way of getting that yet. I think we need like a fluid extractor, but that's MV. Let's molten tin, maybe? Maybe that's LV. Ah, that's a fluid extractor. So that one is in the... No, not that. That one right there. So that would be this machine here you'd have to make to do that. So yeah, this seems to be a lot to do. And you're just about finished. But yeah, lots of stuff there. And what else is there? Anything else? Audite ore and cobalt ore. Do we have any of those? Oh, I've got the audite. Oh, I don't have the cobalt though. I think it's because I haven't mined. I can't mine it. I think it's too high mining level. Our pickaxe currently is at 6 audite. I think it needs to be the next level to get cobalt, possibly. So that might be something I have to do. Not sure how to up the level of it from where we are right now. Maybe an audite pickaxe. But that's audite, though. That wouldn't make sense. Anyways, though, we'll figure it out. But yeah, there's a couple of things we've got here. A couple of good things that we've unlocked. And I think also the assembling machine's also going to be our gateway to the Twilight Forest, I believe, which was here. Yes. Oh, so we've unlocked this, so we can make the quick and dirty portal generator now. So that's a diamond and 4 circuits, actually. We could make that right now, actually, if we really wanted to. But we'll hold off on that. We're not going to the Twilight Forest right now. Next episode, I want to focus, again, like I said, on the 2.8 update, which is what we're going to be doing then. So we'll see what happens. We'll just see what's changed, at least in regards to where we are currently. Now, I do actually know something I've got to figure out. I forgot to mention this is I believe these slots here are going to be going away. So this is going to be kind of a bummer because I like having to switch to this so I can use the crossbow. Really helps, I feel like. But yeah, I'm going to have to probably end up storing it in my backpack because I don't want to hold 2 more things in my inventory just to fill it up. So yeah. Alright, well, looks like that just finished. We've got our 2 diamond rods. I'm not even going to bother cutting it in the cutting machine because I think you can cut the rods in the cutting machine. In fact, you actually get more bolts for that. Well, it would have been more efficient, but I don't want to take too much of that. So we'll just do it the normal way for now. Let's go ahead and cut these 2 diamond bolts. And actually, you know what we can do? I didn't even have to make 2 of those, but it's good that I made a few extra. We can throw these in here because I think that won't take long. Perfect. Alright, let's go to sleep, and then we should be able to go ahead and make our diamond chest at last. So we got a lot of machines ended up making today. Ton of things, actually. Alright, so there we go. There's our screws. We only need the 2 for what we're going to make. And we should be able to go ahead then and make our diamond chest, if I can spell it correctly. There we go. Diamond chest, 108 slots. Lovely. Now, we also, I think, from the quest reward, are going to get the upgrade to, let's see, gold to diamond chest upgrade, another loot bag, some more coins, and we're going to slap that on our main chest. And that has opened up a ton of space. Lovely. Alright, well, this is quite good, isn't it? How much does a gold chest have? Let me just check and see the difference. So diamond chest is 108 slots. Gold chest is... Let's see if I can find it. Well, I guess I could just type in chest. 81. So I think it's like 27, so 3 more rows. So that's quite good, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. I think the next chest upgrade, I think there was another one after diamond. I don't think we'll unlock it for a while. Let's see, diamond chest. There's a couple of ones here. I think the big one, those dark steel. So dark steel is the next one we're going to unlock, but that's something we're going to have to, I think, have like a blast furnace. Yeah, electric blast furnace, that's a ways away still, so we won't be doing that anytime soon. But yeah, we do have another chest. I'll have to figure out what I'll do with that. But I'm sure we'll find a use for it somewhere. But yeah, we got the diamond chest made up. So, I think before we end off, again, like usual, put these plates away as well. We're going to end off by doing our loot bag openings and see what we get. So we've got 6 LV loot bags to open up, and let's see what happens. Ooh, rubber bars and some tracks. Pressure plates and a steel hammer. Ooh, what is that? Chum burger. We haven't eaten that one yet. I'll have to eat that. Oh, what's this one? Bacon mushroom burger. We've eaten that one. String. Well, that's not very good. And vacuum tubes. Alright, well, that's better than nothing, I suppose. We can make more circuits with that. Alright, well, a lot of stuff we got done today. Our machine area has expanded now greatly. And I'm going to have to get some more space available for more machines because we're almost full up already. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave this one. And next time, we will be on the new version 2.8. So we'll be checking that out next time. And well, we'll see what happens, I guess. It'll be interesting. I'm excited to update. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.